Hey everyone, the morning after, oh, excuse me, sniffles. Morning after the night before, played at King's Place last night. Lovely experience. Thank you all for coming. Lots of incidents, if you were there, that you'll have seen. I bust my thumb on the piano, on the lovely, hugely expensive Steinway, the same Steinway they told me possibly not to put my dinosaur on because it might damage the work, and it's a very expensive commissioned piano, and I bled all over it, so I got over enthusiastic and bled all over it, which was a bit of a shock when I looked down and saw this claret everywhere, and then the lovely Christian stagehand came and wiped it all up for me, very charitably. That was nice. A friend of mine was there and he said, "Oh, that was a genius move, cutting your thumb and bleeding on the piano," as if it was something I'd planned. And I think if it's now deemed as genius, it's going to have to be something I incorporate into every show now. So I shall now sort of deposit razor blades up my sleeve and have them on hand and just sort of bleed on all future pianos. Clearly it's a good move. But yes, a lovely audience. Evan, drummer Evan, my brother, said, "Oh, it's quite a long show, man, to sit through, Fair play to them for sitting through it." And yeah, I guess he's right. There is quite a length to our show. And it made me muse upon it overnight when I was decompressing in a darkened room in the middle of the night. I thought, yeah, it is quite a long show, and it does demand a lot of people. And I think that's what I would say, right, just as an observation about the music that we play, is that someone said to me once, "Oh, you can't sit there and do the ironing to your music." And I think, yeah, that's true. You can't. Some music's great for that, and there's a huge amount of space for music that you can iron to, but our music doesn't. And I think that's something I've sort of I've relaxed about it. Like, yeah, it demands full attention. And in this modern age, when there is the instinct to pick up your phone every 5 minutes and see what's happening in the world, it demands of people. So it is it's a challenge in that sense, but also a credit to the people who come to see our show, that they are that invested and that willing to put their phones down. Largely speaking, the odd photo's fine, but largely speaking, I've noticed people just put the phone down and they let themselves be taken away with the music. And I think that's a huge compliment. And I think I think actually the future's in that. I think the rebel force will be all about trying to resist this world of temptation and habitual phone use that we live in. And so I consider us pioneers on that score. Why not have music that requires your full absorption? And if you're not that kind of person, then we're not your kind of band. But for those who want that extra depth, I think that's who we're there for. I think that's our purpose. And I'm very, very proud of that. I'm very happy with that. Yeah. So thank you. Thank you for all you lovely people who came and absorbed yourself in the music and gave us your attention, your full attention. Very special, very touching. Some of the things that you came and said to us at the end of the merchandise store was so lovely. So make it all worthwhile. I mean that genuinely. Make it all worthwhile. Some amazing stories. Can you tell I'm tired? I am quite tired. Gave a lot last night. That's London gigs for you. Anyway, I shall quit while I'm nowhere near ahead. Bye for now.